Breathe in, breathe out. Do that again. One more time. Bow your chin, float down to your chest. Roll your ear to your shoulder. Back to center. Other side. Float your head back down. Float your head up. Wrap your arms around your waist. Give yourself a really nice twist. Start the twist as low in the spine as you can. Turn this first, and then the chest, and the chin last. Work from the bottom up. You'll get a healthier and a deeper twist. Once more on each side. And then hips in nice, generous circles. In the other direction. One foot in front, let that arm relax, roll that shoulder. One more time. And then circle it in the other direction. And then switch feet, switch shoulders. Other direction. Now, feet right under your hips, perhaps even a little wider, but not too much. And then just let your arms gently swing forward and back. Not stiffly, make them a little wavy, and kind of just a little bitty bounce on the knees as the hands come in and go back up. Make it perhaps just a little bigger. Add in this little gentle twist again. And then let it get a little smaller. And just gradually stop. Don't try to make it stop, just allow it to stop. And then reach one hand up, like you're trying to touch the ceiling, and then lean over so you're really giving your body a nice stretch along one side. And then lift that back up. We'll just stay with the same hand. Stretch it again. One more time. And then let that hand flow down on the other side. One more time. Let that hand sink. Take your right hand and then nice big circles, like you're gently wiping your forehead and then reaching out. And then circle the other way, but instead of swaying the body with the hand, see if you can sway the body away from the hand. So my hand goes out to the right, and I shift my body slightly to the left, just a little bit. One more time. And then switch to your other hand. Let the body follow the hand. And then hand goes the other way, kind of let the body sway in the opposite direction. Hand sweeps out to the left, body shifts to the right. One foot in front, hands going forward and back. Now rock on your feet a little more than I usually do. Up on your toes of the back foot. Rocking back on the heel of the front foot. Slightly larger, more exaggerated motion. Don't overdo it. Don't want you feeling like you're going to fall forward. Switch feet, keep all that motion going. Rocking up on your toes, back on your heel. Reverse the direction of the hands. Smooth as you can, switch feet. And then the other direction, just because I want to. Now let that circle get a little smaller. And as it gets a little smaller, bring your feet up so they run at your hips. Let it become a little smaller. It's like a spiral. Gently letting the hands get more and more still until they settle right in front of your heart, give or take. And let them just hang here as you take 3 slow, deep breaths. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. One more. And then gather twice. Lift and settle. Hug the big tree. Now, ward off. Very modest size motion. The arm only comes up, so it makes about a half circle in front of your heart. And the other side, we'll switch each side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to extend this motion just slightly. After it goes out, instead of just coming back, it makes a big wave. And then it comes back. Don't try to hold the ball when you do it this way. Just big wave, let it float back down. Other hand floats out. So we turn ward off into a wild horse chases the wind. One more time. And then feet under your hips, gather twice. Okay, brush knee, left hand, right foot. push. Keep that foot in front. Just rock your weight back and then push. It's like your hand is a big wave, rocking, flowing forward, flowing back. And you can visualize that the body is the wave and the hand just kind of goes along for the ride. One more time. Switch feet. One more time. Feet under your hips, gather. All right, let's feed our little monkey. Right foot, right hand, little monkey. Reach back, grab some vegetarian meatballs and give them to your little monkey. Breathe in. Sounds vaguely oxymoronic, doesn't it? Vegetarian meatballs. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Reach the left hand out, right hand. Now when you reach out, shift your weight forward a little bit. When you feed your little monkey, shift your weight back a little bit. So the whole body is engaged. The only thing we're not moving is our feet from one place to another. Everything else is moving. One more time. Now, take your back foot forward and then step back as you feed your little monkey. So right foot up, left foot back. So a monkey typically wants this feeling of energetically moving backwards. A lot of our Tai Chi forms can be done going forwards or backwards. Monkey is one that's really designed to be pulling back, not moving forward. Once more on each side. Feet under your hips, gather. Now take both arms, sing them down. Nice big circle over the top. As they come down, the left hand's going to make a fist, swings across. You're going to just kind of lean into that side. over the top. Right hand makes a fist, you kind of lean. Focus here is actually on the elbow. This is called bumping with your elbow. Now the hand that's not doing the bump can either be right here by your biceps, or if it feels kind of more interesting, you can bring it right up alongside your head. Either one. Now take a slight step forward so you're bumping off toward the corner. One more. Slight step back and bump the shoulder. One more time. Now keep the same motion going, but instead of focusing on the shoulder, imagine your arms swinging out wide over the top. And the arm swings out wide. This is called bumping with your arm. Same thing, little step forward. One more. Coming back the other way. One more time. Now keep that big circle going. But now, instead of focusing on the hand that's swinging in the same direction, you focus on the other hand. So it goes sliding across, fist up. This has a very obscure name. It's called large rollback. Moving forward slightly if you have the room. What you do with this hand has a couple different options. One is it can just sort of float right here in front of the chest. That's fine. The other is it can actually pull all the way to the side of the body. Whatever feels good to you. Don't worry about it too much. And then stepping back. One more time. Feet under your hips. Gather twist. Now the white snake flicks her tongue. Both hands circle around. Let's have the right hand float up right across your chest. The left hand floats between your hand and your body and then shoots forward. Left hand folds, right hand comes up and out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now whatever hand is shooting forward, the other foot steps forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Once more on each side. Feet under your hips. Gather. Now take both hands over the top. Your left hand, the little finger and ring finger are going to fold underneath your thumb, and the other fingers are going to get ready to poke forward, just like that. And then circle. So this is called a sword hand. And you support that on your other palm. Now, left fingers, so the left toes, just the toes, come forward. Circle. This is the white ape serves meatballs. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time on each side. Gather twice. Now take both hands over the top. You're going to dive down, back of my hands together, and then I'm going to step out with my left foot and lean that way as my hands kind of spread out on both sides. Bring both feet back as you dive, and then stretch. This is the hawk swoops down. One more time in each direction. Feet under your hips, gather. Now, this looks a little bit like the white snake, right? You're going to float your hands a little bit around. You're going to swing hard to your right, and then you're going to let the left hand go poking forward. Then that left hand circles around and does this kind of white snake feel here. and then you go floating to the left, back to the right, and then strongly before you push with the other hand. Circle, poke, sweep once, twice, and then kind of really strongly before you push. It's called listening to the wind. Oops, forgot to do the push, my bad. There we go. One more time. Feet back under your hips, gather. Take your left hand back. Your right hand's just going to kind of fold across. Almost looks like we're going to do the white snake again. But right foot forward, left hand forward, and spread your fingers as wide as you can. And then just let that left hand fold back across your chest. And right hand, spreading your fingers as wide as you can. This is the blue dragon, shows her claws. Once more on each side. Feet under your hips, gather twice. Let's go back to a couple big circles left and right. First is grandmother feeds the chickens. Both hands float over the top. When they come up to your left shoulder, they're going to go swooping down to the opposite side. So right shoulder to left hip. Now, instead of just going to the side, put a little bit of forward motion on that left foot. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then going backwards. Small step, because you're going off at an angle instead of straight forward. One more time. Now keep that same circle going, but instead of having the hands go down palm down, they face each other like they're sliding down a big tube. And they go sliding down. Another one with a kind of obscure name. This is called 6 Harmonies. You can make a small step forward. Still going from shoulder to hip. One more time. And then backwards. One more time. Gather twice. Now grasp the sparrow's tail. Hold the ball right here in front of your heart. Turn to your right. Ward off. Pull back. Let the right, left hand rather, circle around behind the right. Press forward. Roll back and push. Then just let the hands kind of float across. Gather the left hand in and ward off. Pull back, right hand behind, left hand, press, roll back, push, float across. Now, the first part of all this is just the same. Pull back, press, roll back, push. But we add something to the transition. Both hands circle around. And your right hand is going to go shooting up into the sky. And then you ward off. Pull back. Press. Roll back and push. Over the top. And you want to stretch that left hand up nice and tall. And then ward off. Press, roll back, push. Now, if your balance is okay, as you stretch this hand up, you actually pick this foot up. Yeah, okay, there you go. And then ward off. Optional, don't do that if you're not having a good balance day. One more time on each side. Okay, just the lift. And you can just actually come up on your tippy toes if your balance isn't doing well today. And then feet back under your hips and gather. together just once. Sink your hands down about even with your hip bones, fairly fingertips close together, and then open them up only about as wide as your hip bones, and bring them back. Earth breathing. Slowly breathe in really deeply without forcing it. You breathe in by relaxing and let it go. One more earth breath. Now sink your knees a little bit, palms to the sky, and roll your arms around as you straighten the knees, making a fairly big circle, sinking as you come down. This is wood breathing. One more time. Wood is the element of interconnectivity of all things living. And then roll your hands around back to earth. Breathe in. I was inspired because this morning we heard robins and the trees outside. Must be springtime. One more deep earth breath. And then let your hands gently fold over the space just below your belly button. Take one more nice, long, slow, deep breath. And go make a nice day.